from the jail, and then they address their journals to all the inmates. And you know, we have never claimed that we actually intercept their journals. In fact, we always claim that we let them go through. But anyway, to try to move the thing along, we got sued, and we no sooner got sued than they went after us for an injunction. Oh, and this also had to do with a postcard-only policy the jail adopted 3 or 4 years ago. It was kind of a trendy thing at the time. It was a way to try to keep drugs out of the jail, because what they do is they drop these drugs, liquid drugs, on envelopes and hide them, different ways of hiding them, and get them inside the jail through the mail, and so they went to postcards only. At the time, it was a fairly new concept, and a lot of jails adopted it. We've since abandoned it. But anyway, this Prison Legal News has sued jails all over the country. They really worked their case, spent a lot of time. They tried to get injunctions. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to make this short and sweet. It's in federal court, a lot of work. We ended up settling that case for $50,000. They first wanted, and where they had us was our policy wasn't exactly in compliance with the federal law. And when they sued us, we had that postcard-only policy. And they originally started out wanting $160,000. And the thing is about these civil rights suits, even if they win $5, they're entitled to attorney's fees. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think the judge is going to give them a lot of attorney fees if they just get $5. But the point is, if they win, they can collect attorney's fees. So they did have us on a couple of things. But, you know, I worked hard, filed a lot of briefs, won the initial volley. They ended up getting an injunction in the end, but the first time they tried, I won and kept them from getting one. And you know, I don't know, I think all the work, I got them down to $50,000, and there's a lawyer in California that had been following it across the nation, and that's what I showed them at the executive committee, because I know $50,000 is a lot of money. It is to me anyway, and I showed him an email I got from this lawyer in California, and he was just really shocked that we could settle for that much. They had just settled for their case for $175,000, and he said that was low. He said he was really pleased with his settlement, which was $175,000, and we settled for $50,000. And I just talked with Knox County; they've been sued by this entity, and I told them what we settled for, and he said he didn't say how much, where they were in settlement negotiations. They had been to mediation, but he said their demands on Knox County were extravagant or something. I forget the word he used, but I took it to mean that they were nowhere near $50,000. So anyway, I felt like you know, it was a good settlement. I was a little irritated, as I'm sure everybody was, on cases like that, but nonetheless, we got out of it without too much damage.